G'day guys and welcome back to AdosTheGreat YouTube channel. So guys, in today's video I am going to be reviewing my NRL predictions or my NRL ladder predictions for 2023. If you can't tell, I have been putting this one off for a while now. I've got them side by side and yeah, there were some pretty horrible takes in this one. I actually only got three exactly right. Now there were some good picks, but for the most part, pretty poor. Now you can see both ladders up against each other. The final ladder of 2023 and my ladder predictions. So yeah, let's just jump into it. Now what I'm doing is we'll go through each tier. So 1 to 4, 5 to 8, 9 to 12, 13 to 17, and I'll get points for where I've ranked each side. So obviously I've got the Panthers right, so that'll be a tick, no points. The least amount of points is what we're chasing. That's what we're after. So I'll match this one up with next year's one, and hopefully we can improve it next year. So yeah, let's look at tier 1. So 1 through to 4, I had the Penrith Panthers, the Sydney Roosters, the Melbourne Storm, and the South Sydney Rabbitohs. Now Panthers obviously finished first. So as I said, we get a tick for that one, 0 points. But the Roosters I had second. They finished in 7th. So yeah, that's a little bit disappointing there. I did have them in my top 8, and they did finish in the top 8. So a bit of a round of applause there. But yeah, wasn't the best ranking. However, I think if they continue to play like they did at the end of the season, at the start of the season, might have been a different story. But yeah, I'll cop that one. I think most people had the Roosters in the top 4. All right, next up, I actually had Storm finishing 3rd. Big call, I know, but yeah, I did. And they did finish 3rd, so another tick for me. So 0 points taken there. Not a bad little pick there. I then had the Rabbitohs finishing 4th. They ended up finishing 9th. Again, another team that I think most people would have had in their top 4. So yeah, unfortunately, that wasn't to be. They missed the top 8, and obviously that is my team, so very disappointed about that. But I'll cop another 5-pointer for that one. All right, on to Tier 2 now. I had the Cronulla Sharks, the North Queensland Cowboys, Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs, and the Parramatta Eels. So for the first one, Cronulla Sharks, I cop 1 point for that one, so that's not too bad. You'll definitely take 1 point. I had them at 5th, they finished 6th, so not too bad there. For the Cowboys, another one that was a little bit disappointing. A lot of people had them in the top 4 or at least top 8. Not too many people had them missing finals. They actually finished 11th. So I had them in 6th, so I'll cop another 5 points there. The next one is one of my biggest stuff ups of the year. There's probably, let me just see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major stuff ups, and this was one of them. So I had the Bulldogs in 7th. I listened to Bulldogs fans. I shouldn't have. They actually finished 15th. So I cop a massive 8 points for that one. Not what you want to see. 5 points isn't too bad here and there, but 8 points, you definitely don't want to see that. Next up, I had Parramatta finishing in 8th. They finished in 10th. So that's 2 points. Pretty low there. I don't mind that one. I think a lot of people still had Para in 8th spot or thereabouts. So that's not too bad of a prediction there. Next up, I had the Raiders just dropping out of the top 8. Oh, sorry. Next up, Tier 3. My apologies. 9th to 12th. Raiders, Tigers, Manly, Broncos. Far out. All right, so as I was saying, Raiders, I had finishing 9th. They finished 8th. So 1 point for that one. Again, you don't mind that. You take that. Not too bad. I had the Tigers finishing in 10th. Now, hear me out. If the Tigers scrap their board, they finish in about 9th to 12th. Honest opinion, I reckon they finish higher if they absolutely scrap their board. They've got the team to be able to compete, but it's the board that's holding them back, in my opinion. But again, we take 7 points for that one. Definitely not something you want to see. In 11th, I had Manly. They finished 12th, so a 1 pointer there. I'll take that every day of the week. This is my second worst pick. I had the Broncos finishing 12th. I know. When I did these predictions, you had the Selwyn Cobbo incident with Kevin Walters, and you had there was a lot of issues going on. You weren't sure about what Payne Haas was doing. I thought there was a lot more issues at Brisbane, and I thought, nah, they're not. They're going to struggle. They're not going to kill it. Hey, as Guru would say, egg all over my face. This was a horrible pick, and I will wear it 100%. This is my second worst pick this year. Second worst, and we'll get to my worst soon. But I should have respected the Broncos a little bit more than what I did. Again, I sort of listened to outside noise and stuff. Yeah, that was not good. Not good. So, I'll cop a big 10-pointer for that one. That's horrible. All right, next up is 13th through to 17th. So the bottom 5, I had the Warriors, the Titans, the Dragons, the Dolphins, and the Knights. All right, so for the Warriors, I think most people had them in their bottom 5. I said at the start of the year that I could see them improve. I didn't think they'd improve to a top 4 side, so I cop a massive 9 points for that one. Not good. Not good whatsoever. The next up, I have the Titans in 14th. Tick for me on that one. They did finish in 14th, so a bit of redemption there. Then I had the Dragons in 15th. They actually finished 16th. So another 1 point there. Again, you'll take that. It's a lower score. That's what we want to see. Not too bad of a pick there from me. I had the Dolphins finishing in 16th. They finished in 13th. So 3 points there. Not terrible. But yeah, would have liked to be a little bit better there. And finally, the worst call of 2023 for me, the Knights. I had the Knights winning the wooden spoon. Okay, when I made this prediction, I said the KP experiment at 5'8" will not work, and they'll look at moving him back to fullback. Tick for me there, I was correct. But again, egg all over my face. The Knights absolutely killed it once KP moved to fullback. And they didn't finish last. They finished in 5th. So that is a massive 12 points for me for a total score of 70 points. Got to improve next year. I've got to improve. All right, guys, let me know what calls you made for the 2023 NRL season that you regret. And let me know some of the calls you made that you got right. I'd love to hear from you guys. Drop it down in the comments below. This is accountability for me. I've put my hand up and said I was wrong about a lot of these predictions, especially the Bulldogs, the Tigers, the Broncos, the Warriors, and the Knights. Horrible takes from me. But I'd love to hear from all of you guys. Drop down your comments in the comment section. Where else are you going to put them? Hit that like button and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.